So we are back again. Today we're starting another Ask Me Live Q&A, and our host is
Haik Kazarian.
Host or guest?
Our guest is Haik.
And our host is Zovak Solomon.
The integration manager of Repad Armenia.
Yeah, and I am Rima, programs manager of Repad Armenia.
And our guest is Haik Kazarian, who moved to Armenia in 2018 from Canada. Today he's gonna tell us about his experience, repatriation experience, and professional integration in Armenia.
Good.
Just
let's make sure people can hear us. Can they
actually
hear us?
Guys.
If you guys can't hear us, write that you can't, because we had this issue earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can tell you guys.
Yeah, and just a quick announcement. Repad Armenia partnered with Ameria Bank to provide Repad Armenia community with special conditions. If you're interested with the package and the information, please let us know. Email us, call us, come to our office, meet us, and we will provide with the details. So yeah, Haik, let's start.
Okay.
Once again. So let's start with the basic, okay? Tell us about your background. You said you moved, Zovak mentioned that you moved from Canada.
Yeah.
Tell us about that part of your life and yeah.
Okay, so we left, actually I'm born in Armenia, 88. That makes me 31 years old for whoever's trying to do the math. So we left in 94 during the victory years. And
victory years?
That's right, victory years, not the dark years, the victory years. So we left in 94 to Montreal, and basically 25 years I spent in Canada. 16 years in Montreal, 6 years in Ottawa. I did my university in University of Ottawa, did my school in Surpagop Azkain Varjaran in Montreal. Shout out. Yeah, no, it was great. Honestly, I learned a lot. And then I came to Armenia first time in 2003. I was 15 or 14 years old.
Yeah.
I then decided that one day I gotta do what I can so that I have the possibility to move back permanently and actually make a contribution.
Yeah.
Okay, again, tell us your impression about Armenia first time you came in.
Yes,
your impression.
Okay, yeah, so, some of you probably know the Ayas Club, Ayas Akum. It's the one that made the Kilikia ship.
Yeah.
So my dad was one of the early members of that group, like one of the Himnadir members, the founding members. And it was a really neat experience.
So cool.
So first time I came, I spent 7 weeks in Armenia.
Oh, wow.
Most of those weeks were spent in Sevan. We were doing things like sandpapering, giving the finishing touches on the ship. So I had my influence on that, I get experience with that. No, it was great. And then, it was my friends, like childhood friends, people I grew up with, we're born together basically. And the first time, the airport and you have that, you breathe in that Armenian air, you're like, holy crap, I'm in Armenia, okay, calm down buddy, calm down. And then I see my friend that I haven't seen in 9 years, and it's the same face, and it's like, he's like, yeah, hi. And you run, you hug, you cry a little bit, you have that little thing in the throat. It was very nice, and it's that Achperutun thing, it's as if I never left. It was really nice. So that's I don't find you don't really find that anywhere else, to be honest. Even though I went to Armenian school in Montreal, you make friends, they're Armenian friends, you're close with them, but it's just something different here.
Something different. About that something different, can you tell us about the stereotypes that are existing in the diaspora? What's the picture of Armenia overall, like the general picture of Armenia?
You really want to know? It's not very good. It's
not very good?
It's not very
good.
Now? Well, you know what? I don't know. I was amongst Armenians when we were young. And, when you were young, you're pretty savage.
Yeah.
But the jokes were, tzitzak, koshik. Okay, I'll give you one example. It was hilarious. But I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry if I, make anybody feel bad. But yeah, black expensive shoes, black expensive suit, black expensive car, but nothing in the fridge. This is the idea. It's really sad.
But the overall picture, okay, I got it. But are there okay, Armenia will be the hub of innovation. Armenia will be the hub of this. Education is in Armenia.
I guess more now than before. I mean, I have not been in that environment in a while.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of talks about Armenia where I studied. Like, it's not. It's more of. I mean, realize that most of diaspora are descendants of genocide.
Yeah.
So it's still very, very the subject. Like, I haven't. 1 year now I'm in Armenia. I really haven't had any deep conversations about genocide with anybody, right? But for example, in the diaspora in school, it was a constant topic of discussion, and it's good. Like, I'm not saying one is good, the other one isn't. There needs to be some sort of middle ground.
Yeah.
But there's, not a lot of people are thinking about, repatriating. I have like one friend I'm trying to convince, and he's still. Serge, I don't know what you're waiting for, man. I know you're watching this.
Serge, you're watching.
Get your butt to Armenia.
So this was the moment of realization, like when you see your friends, you saw them, you hugged them, and you felt that warmth.
But I also, no, it's not just about that. I want to be useful. Like, I want to actually contribute. In Canada, you can contribute. You can have like a 9-to-5 job. You can do your thing. You can have a company. You can have a business. You can do stuff. But Armenia is so tiny that things move so much faster. You can fail very fast. You can succeed very fast. You can. Like, I've been on TV more times in the last year in Armenia than I have in 25 years in Canada. Yeah. Like, it's when you're trying to make changes, like, there's a lot of people that go up against you. There's a lot of people that support you. It just makes life more interesting, I find.
Yeah. So, tell us about your plan.
Coming here?
Yeah.
No plan. Okay, fine. So basically the idea was, it was January 2018. I had no idea about any revolution. I had no idea what was going on. Like, it was just the way it was. And we had finally worked the kinks out of my dispatching software, because I have a company back in Canada called Students for Seniors.
Yeah.
Where
it's still operating.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was the whole point. I have university students that teach old folks how to use computers, right?
Yeah.
And so I had finally put the finishing touches. We had finally put the finishing touches on the dispatching software, which made that I could actually manage that company from anywhere in the world that there's an internet connection. Armenia happens to be 6 times cheaper to live in than Canada. I have the languages necessary. I can manage the company from Armenia. Why the heck not move?
Yes.
Right? So I had nothing tying me down other than family and my cat, which I had to leave behind. Unfortunately, that's very sad. No, he's happier now. He has a buddy and people who love him. So he's got a better life than he would have had with me in Armenia. But I'm still sad. But yeah, so I had nothing tying me down. I was like, okay, you know what? I can do it. So I bought a ticket for May.
Yeah.
And then revolution happened until May 9th. I'm coming May 15th. Everybody thinks I'm here because I think Nico Pashinyan's awesome. I mean, I'm sure he's awesome, but I had no idea what I was getting into. But the ticket was already bought, and it was a 6-month ticket. So I was May 15 until November 15. November 15. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, okay, it's all or nothing. I try, I hustle. If something happens and I can stay, I'll stay. If it doesn't, I haven't burned my bridge back, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I stayed.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
so
tell us
about the steps that you did. You want to ask another question?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just want to interrupt. So tell us about the party you planned and organized. And I remember that I'm like, okay, Haik has a great party.
You didn't come.
Yeah, I didn't come, but the idea was great,
It was a fun one, yeah. I mean, not everybody buys a 2-way ticket and doesn't go back. But basically, the idea was that I could have bought a 1-way ticket, but it was going to be only $200 cheaper.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Might as well. You never know. Maybe there's a war and I have to go back. So
that's not
good. No, I'm just saying, what if something catastrophic happens and I have to go back?
I mean, if there is a war, you should come back to Armenia.
Sure. I probably would have said. No, see, the thing is, I could lose my Canadian citizenship if I participate in a war in a foreign country. Anyways, let's not get into that.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is that, you never know. I didn't want to burn bridges. It was $200 extra, $300 extra. Might as well. And not going back, it's not refundable, nothing. So we did this little thing where I printed out my itinerary. You can't really print tickets anywhere, but you print out your itinerary, and then like we gathered with a bunch of friends and we like symbolically tore the and that was Haik's tearing of the ticket back to Canada party.
Yeah. And back to Talat's question.
Yes, could you just tell us about the steps that you take for integration process in Armenia?
Steps for integration?
Yes.
I don't really find that I had to take any steps to I mean, like, people notice that I'm not, like, really from here. I mean, I speak it, right? I speak out of Elahayren, but they smell that little accent in there somewhere that I don't say this things. Like, Surya, are you from Syria? Like, no, from Lebanon. No. Like, where are you from? I'm from here. It's like, there's no way, but you speak like us, because sometimes I speak out of Matahayren with them. And I'm like, I spent 25 years in Canada. Oh, okay. It's still odd for people, so, but I don't find, like, biggest complaint I've had thus far is people not, zichet, how do you say that, not, like, cutting in line. Yeah. It's not even that bad as it was, like, years ago. Like, people actually respect each other a little more now, which is nice.
But,
did you have, did you have a plan? Okay, so I'm moving to Armenia. Where should I stay? What should I do? My pocket money. Can you tell us more about the specifics?
I'm a bad example. I literally came here with like $300 in my pocket. No clue where I'm gonna work. Not really sure where I'm gonna live. Like I had my friends. I crashed on my friend's couch for like a week or two until I found an apartment. I found like a disgusting apartment, like cheapest thing I could find. For me, like it's that risk effect. Like not everybody's ready for that. Like some people will want to know, okay, I'm working here, I'm living here, there's this, there's that, there's a store here that I can buy the particular clothes I want, there's that thing, there's a shoe place there there's vegan food or like no, I'm like, you know what? I have the languages, I have the education, I'm an extrovert, I can make stuff happen, I'll figure it out as I go. And then worst case scenario, I'll be a bum for a couple of months and come back to Canada. So that was pretty much the plan.
Exciting.
So since you didn't have any plan and that was it, did you apply for jobs at least?
I did not. So I have a hard time working for other people. Since I'm 17 years old, I've pretty much worked for myself. I used to be a club promoter. Then I sold insurance. I was all in sales all the time. I sold advertising, all self-employed or independent contractor. So like working for someone with a salary was a very tough thing for me to actually fathom. So I just came. You guys will laugh. I'll tell you exactly what I did my second week. So like I'm supposed to be the CEO of Students for Seniors and all that crap. But in reality, one of my first jobs in Canada when I was 15 was doing henna tattoos on people in Old Port of Montreal. I was 15 years old, and for 5 summers I basically drew on people, and I saw how my boss was making a killing, was murdering, it cost him nothing to do, and back then it was henna that was using, it cost him nothing to do, it was charging crazy amounts of money. So I was walking on Northern Avenue, and I see like people painting, people selling toys, people like doing stuff, just hustling. And I'm like, wait, but nobody's doing tattoos, right? So I went to the Tarapet, I don't know what you call that, municipality. I had like a suit on. It was hot. I was like sweaty in the suit. So I went there and I'm like, okay. I asked my friend to send me a kit. I said, I took it there. I'm like, okay, I want to do this somewhere on Northern Avenue. Like, who do I have to pay? Who license? Give me something. I want to do this, like pay taxes and stuff. They're like, what? What is it? What do you want to do? Are you selling food? No. Are you selling flowers? No. Are you selling toys? No. But what are you selling? I'm just drawing on people. It's like, you're drawing, like a painter. Okay, but it's not on a canvas. It's just on a person's skin, and then it washes off after a while.
No touch.
So you're drawing. I'm like, It's like, okay, go draw, bro. I'm like, really? Like, okay, but how much? It's like 2 square meters. You're fine. Go. I'm like, okay. I went. I printed the poster. If you guys go on in front of Soriso Cafe, Ararat Bank, there's like a girl there doing tattoos now. And so
that's a lot of business.
It made so much money, honestly. It was really nice. Nobody believed it would work, but tourists love it, and it's like 10 times cheaper to do it here than in Canada. Yeah. Something that in Canada we did for $20.
Yeah.
It's 2,000 dirham here, right? So it's $4. So like, and the ink is expensive comparatively, but I was just like doing that and made some money during the summer. And then I met the guys from Apaga.
Yeah.
And then,
let's talk about Apaga.
Sure.
What's the story behind it? Tell us about more about the mission of Apaga. How did you join?
Sure. So actually, it all started with Rea Apaga, Barigorzagan Himnadram. They're the ones who in Dilijan opened up a recycling plant that's been operating for about 3.5 years. The recycling plant is not operating now.
Yeah. I remember they started from electronic recycling.
That's right, electronic waste, plastic waste. Yeah. But the thing is that there's a big issue. Actually, Rapaga is the body through which we got a grant from AGBU, from the European. I need to say this correctly. European Union gave a grant that the Eurasia Partnership with the Bridge for CSOs program. There's a really long thing I'm supposed to say. And the AGBU. Anyways, they did they invested with this grant in Rapaga for the project of Apaga community, which was to solve the logistics issue with waste. Yeah. The problem is a lot of people are under the impression that everywhere in the world people get paid to recycle. This is not true. Yeah. Everywhere in the world, everybody's deficiting in recycling, except that you actually pay it through your taxes, pay for it through your taxes, or through the deposit system. So it's the equivalent of, right now, a bottle of Coca-Cola is what, 500 dirham? Yeah. Like a 2-liter one? Yeah. So you'd have to give 600 dirham and then bring that bottle back without squeezing it, nothing, and get your 100 dirham back.
Oh, I see.
That's a deposit system. It's a good system. But it only applies to bottles, right? If you have a piece of plastic that's not a bottle, you can't do that. You have to put it in a container, and then the container gets collected, and then you pay for that through your taxes. You get up to 50% of your income tax is taxed. And you don't even know how much of it goes to do what. So, there was this issue that in Armenia, the value of waste is so low that transporting that waste costs like 10 times more than its value. But why would anybody transport it, right? And then nobody transports it. So either you have to get grants, right? Either you have to do it as volunteers, good luck, and, or you need to make some sort of business. And this is one thing that pisses me off, I'm sorry, about here is that because of the post-Soviet thingy, business is a bad word. Yeah. Like you say business, this guy is like screwing people out of their mind. I mean, come on, man, you're creating jobs, you're creating work, you're making the economy turn. Anyway, so we found this way that people will actually invest directly. They pay us a subscription fee, 8,000 dirham per year, $16 a year, so that once a month, every 28 days, we come to their door nicely, knock knock, take their plastic and go take it to recycle, right? Now we do paper and glass and all that stuff too, and with organizations as well.
Paper and glass? Oh, okay.
But the idea is that even that subscription fee only costs only covers about 50 to 60% of the cost. So the rest is covered by the European Bridge for CSOs, all that stuff, right? And until we get to critical mass. Critical mass meaning that we can diminish significantly our costs and be able to actually like expand to the Marzes, to and other countries, etc. Now we have a new project. I don't even know if you guys want to know. It's the smart containers. Oh, so you're going to be able. No. No. You want to know about the smart containers?
Yes. More.
Okay, so basically what's going to happen is you're going to have a QR code. Is that my phone?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to have a QR code, like you subscribe with social media or whatever. Yeah. You have a QR code, you show the QR code to the machine, it opens up, it knows who you are. Wow. You put in your plastic, it weighs it, gives you points, and you can accumulate those points and trade them for things like discount coupons, some presents, planting a tree, saving a turtle, all kinds of stuff.
Saving a turtle?
Yeah, like for example, you know statistically that every 100 kilos of plastic, for example, it's not the actual numbers, but that you save from the garbage, from waste, saves a turtle, for example. So you get a gamified app that tells you how many turtles you've saved, how many whales you've saved by actually recycling. Yeah, and it's free, so you don't actually have to pay for a subscription fee because a lot of people can't.
Yeah, where can we find the?
So first one's gonna be in front of Mergelan Institute.
Yeah.
We're actually unveiling it at the end of the month, and we're gonna invite all the H1s and 2s and 3s to come and there's only one H. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. So to come and there's gonna be the Tarapet, there's gonna be Mergelan's director and also Armen Orucan from Fast Foundation. We're going to do like a little ribbon cutting ceremony. It's going to be fun.
That's cool. That's Tell us about your experience at Fast though.
I love Fast. They're really nice to us. Honestly, they're super nice to us. Any startup should actually like apply to be in their startup studio. They're always ready to help. They've helped us. We've overstayed our welcome. Multiple times over. We were the first ones to get investment through the Angels Network. So they were, a little more accommodating until because we're at 4th floor of Mergelan is going to be our office. Like we got a space. So we're moving there like next week.
Oh, that's awesome. Like, do you have any other Angels Network is your investor?
There are investors.
The main investor, or?
Yeah. Well, we're supposed to get a grant from Edinburgh. We won this like the top 10 spots out of 1,500 companies, but they're not. For some reason they're delaying. So we haven't gotten that yet. Yeah. But we got the investment. We had a loan before, and now we got an investment from the Angels Network.
Can you tell us more about the founders? Who are they?
Sure.
Yeah.
So Cedric Solms from Germany and Misha Zamskoy from Russia. Mm-hmm. They both were graduates from UWC Dirijan. Yeah. Really nice guys, honestly. They used to go a lot on these hikes. They thought that you'd get to some place and there's this beautiful church all broken down, and they'd be like, wow, nobody's been here for like 300 years for sure. And it's all garbage everywhere, right? Plastic diapers, this and that. And it was just disgusting. So they're like, okay, there's got to be a way to like solve this. Yeah. So then they started Reapaga, and that's how they found out the issue, which being the transportation costs. It costs money to do things. Like even if it's a nice thing to do, it costs money, and that money's got to come from somewhere. It's not always some rich guy that's gonna, say, here you go, free money.
Have you partnered with any transportational company?
So, Eco Project LLC is a company that literally founded for the sole purpose of taking care of the logistics. So we have a really awesome driver whose name is Karpis. Hey Karpis.
He just called you.
Yeah, he's the one who just called me. So he just amazing guy, does everything perfectly, has good, writes really well, so we know exactly what's happening. And he's the one that mainly goes around and collects. Artem is the one who put that together. There's about 8 other drivers that are on standby whenever we have like a surge, for example. There's even a nice big van, a Ford van that's like we invested some money in it.
Community?
No, we have to get those stickers. I mean, right now we're trying to actually give a good service rather than look good doing it. So it's the looking good doing it, though important, it becomes secondary.
About the policies, like we know that Irina Raplanyan is doing such a great job in banning the plastic and so on and so forth.
She's great. She's one of our clients, actually.
Can you tell us more about the policies, like if you're aware of state policies regarding the waste management or recycling and everything?
I mean, the stuff that's on TV, no clue. I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV in 13 months. But I did meet with some pretty high up people from Sanitec. I've met with people from the government. I've met with... So the thing is that it's very hard to convince people that it takes money to solve this issue. Garbage, like for a post-Soviet nation, that a lot of the people are still concerned about what they're going to feed their kids. Where to throw the wrapping from the thing that they fed their kids is really low on the list of priorities. So this is why we're creating a system where you're rewarded for it, so that even the guy who smokes a cigarette and throws it out the window, or drinks his bottle of water and throws it out the window, will be like, oh wait, I can actually put this in that machine and get something from it without spending money. I think that's how we're gonna get to that, not by, you know.
Yeah.
So, but the policy, regarding policy, like I know, for example, that Scientix having a lot of trouble. Like they're not evil people. Like they're trying. It's just it's a lot of.
Too much.
It's when you're getting per household, we calculated they're getting 720 dirham per month per household to displace that waste, right? A lot of the trouble is that people don't fold their cardboard boxes before throwing them away. So most of the, like when you see a pile of garbage in a thing, most of the time it's like the local business that threw away all their boxes didn't take the time to actually take them apart, fold them, put them neatly inside so that there's actually space. So half of it is air and the other half is plastic because no one's recycling.
Oh, I see.
So if we solve recycling problem for plastic and cardboard, forget glass. Glass, worst case is going to happen is ends up in the ocean and ends up becoming sand again. It's really not that bad, right? Some crab will make a home out of it. Okay, it's really not that bad. But paper takes up a lot of room. It's very light, plastic, and plastic is just poison. So if we solve plastic and paper, scientists will never have any problems with getting rid of waste.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
That's the great information I got today.
Really?
Yeah, me too. It was very important.
So, do you have some questions regarding the integration process?
Yes, of course. Tell us 5 things every diasporan should know in order to engage with Armenia.
Okay. Can we put a disclaimer? Like the savage comment? Okay, I'm just going to be brutally honest. I'm sorry. So, I should know about engaging with Armenia. Okay, this is not that bad. I wrote these down. So, speaking Armenian is a big plus. So, even if you're like a foreigner or somebody who's Armenian but doesn't speak Armenian, like a few words, it's just, in reality, Armenian is not a useful language outside of Armenia. Again, sorry if anybody's pissed off at me because I'm saying this, but it's like Greek, other than for Greeks, who's Greek for, right? So other than for Armenians, nobody really needs Armenian. So if somebody that is not Armenian comes in and starts speaking Armenian, or who's supposed to be in this, everybody's super excited, like, oh man, this Asian guy knows how to speak Armenian. So, learn a few little sentences, a few languages is going to be great. Never pay fully in advance for services. Okay? Never pay fully in advance for services. Because and this is not just Armenia, even in the rest of the world, unless there's like a really amazing company that has to. Like, if you pay everything, this guy does not need to work anymore. He's like, no, buddy, like you paid already. So pay a deposit, 20%, 30%. Put milestones, you get this much done, I give you your next cut. You get this much done, I give you your next cut. Get your expectations, like, this is the next one actually. You gotta be an expert at managing expectations. Super important. I find that this is a life thing. Like, even in Canada, you gotta manage expectations. Yeah. But here, you really have to, spell out exactly what you're expecting. Otherwise, it's gonna drag and drag and drag. Yeah. Right? You guys agree?
Yeah, agree.
Reluctantly, but agree. Okay. So, okay, here there's this big thing of like, everything's done akhbarakan, right? Yeah. Oh, akhbarjan, yeah, no problem, buddy. Yeah, we'll get this done. Get that crap in writing, man. Get it in writing. I agree. Even if you're discouraged too, even if this guy is like, oh, what do you think? Like, okay, example. So, one of the first times I came to Armenia, I put on a seatbelt. Yeah. Right? And this guy got pissed off at me. He's like, what do you think? I'm going to get into an accident? Like, it's not up to you, man. Like, this guy's short. Anyways, so even if you're hurting somebody's feelings, doesn't matter. Put it in writing. And the fifth one, that's 5. Yeah. So, rose-colored glasses? Yeah. Okay, so a lot of people first time coming to Armenia, like, they just get taken for granted because they're like, looking at everything, like, oh, Armenia. So take off the rose-colored glasses, don't act like, and okay, this is super important. A lot of people from where I'm from, Canada, US, they come here, they're like, I am here to save everybody. I've come from the civilized world, and I'm going to solve everybody's issues and all that stuff. You're not coming down from heaven, you're not fixing anything. People see you as just like a cash cow, basically. You're going to come here, you're going to spend your money, and you're going to get up. And everybody's going to remain. This is the reality. So, be humble with what you're doing.
Agree with the part that, people will try to convince you that you're not a saver, and that will be a hard
lesson.
Yeah, hard lesson for you.
This is true.
Just because we need to build Armenia together with both diaspora and Haik and not have this separation, because we're all Armenians around the world, and the major goal, general goal is to build Armenia strong and etc.
There's people asking questions.
Yeah, actually, so Varta Marashan says all in black today. Yes, all in black. Shant Aljan said, what do you do now? Asks.
So I'm chief marketing officer and operations officer at Apaga. Yeah. I run that little tattoo stand I was talking about, and I still run my company back in Canada. I also do some consulting on the side here, and I bring a little bit of work like programming work and like translation work. Like I have some companies back in Canada who, through me, have people working here. So like I always try to find as many like revenue sources as I can.
So Vartan has another question that we already answered.
Wrong assumptions.
Yeah.
I mean, still, you can.
Yeah, we asked.
Is it wrong though? I'm just kidding. Yeah, they're wrong. Yeah, just joking, guys. So, anything else? No, that's it.
No, just ask. Yeah, no. They say yes, all good now. Gemma Safarian, Anna Barcelona says again.
Hi, Gemma.
Everything is fine. Yep, we can. So, yeah, we have a lot of people watching us. 22 people watching us.
So many people.
So many individuals and personalities. Oh, okay, 23. Please be more active. Ask us questions. Ask Haik. There are a lot of questions that can be asked to you, even though we did a good job, I think, from our side.
I want to get to this one.
Yes, the last thing. Tell us about 5 things every repatriate should know about the integration.
Okay, not talking
Everybody's
about...
Everybody's going to hate me.
Not talking about the wrong assumptions or anything.
Well, I mean, it's still this. I mean, here.
Yeah.
So, really take it easy on ego. Like, a lot of people have, like, this really inflated ego. You gotta be careful. You don't pulp egos. But no, so one of my favorite things, if you're gonna be here, you're gonna do your thing, it's either fail really fast or succeed really fast. So, like, if you see your thing's not working, you'll realize it very quickly and switch to something else. And so Armenia is really tiny. So everything moves. Okay, some things move really slow. Yeah. And then a lot of other things move really fast. So you pick something that moves fast. You figure out if you can do it. You fail really quickly if you can't, or you succeed really quickly if you can, and you keep pushing. Because if you succeed, this guy's gonna come and is gonna do the same thing as you're doing the next day.
Exactly. Any examples? Like, what can you do to succeed faster?
Well, I think the main thing that Armenians can do is not exporting anything or importing anything. I wouldn't say a restaurant, the whole place is full of restaurants. But anything that's a service. Anything that's a service. Because, I mean, I personally don't like being in business of selling items. Because items, they last long. Right? I mean, somebody buys it from me. If it's a quality thing, which I don't like doing things that are not quality, buys it from me, keeps it, doesn't buy another one because they don't need it. They already have it. But if you're selling a massage, then you do the massage is over, they're going to need more massage. If you're teaching somebody something, teach painting, teach something. I think like the intellectual thing, like this is very important that business there's a crap load of stuff. We're drowning in stuff. Problem with plastic now is like everything is plastic. So why produce more plastic, right? Don't go start selling balloons on Northern Avenue. Like it's not useful. So make a service. Find out something that people need. Learn it. Find somebody who knows it. Sell it. Take a cut.
Stephen K. Shishian says, good job, Haik. Glad you're supporting the right cause for the right people. Tamar Najarian asks, what are some passive income sources, streams you invest in?
That's a good question. I don't have passive, all of them are active. I still have to work. You know, it would be nice. Like, I think real estate is a very good idea in Armenia. Now the prices are going up. Like, if you have the money to invest in 2-3 spots, you know, in downtown or even a little bit of outside downtown, and like Airbnb them, that would be awesome. I would love to have that. I don't have it.
You know, actually, I was thinking, can you rent and then re-rent your apartment in Armenia?
Yeah, we have to be really, really, really confident in actually being able to do that. It's not that easy. Like I had a friend in Canada who was in Airbnb, and it's a 24-hour job. Like some guys come in at 3 a.m. At the airport. You gotta go pick him up. take him to his thing, give him the key, you know, like make sure everything's clean. And then somebody finds a hair in the bed because the person that you paid for didn't clean it properly. Yeah. And then you get a 1 star on your Airbnb and it's over. You have to start over, you have to sell the house.
Exactly.
Like you have to be, it's a very, very stressful thing to do. But if you can give, if you have enough to give a long-term rent, I think that's good. Like in Armenia, what do you need per month to actually live okay? Like $1,000, $1,200? You're fine. 3 properties, each one giving you like $500 a month.
Yeah. Yeah. True. What, tell us more about your money, how do you organization, what do you do, how much money do you need for a month in Armenia, and how do you spend?
So I'm like a super minimalist, although now I have a girlfriend, so it costs a little more. No, I'm just kidding. I love it's all good. What I'm saying is that if you're alone, if you're like just this, come on guys, don't.
Her name is Shushan, right?
Shushan, yeah. So if you...
Hi, Shushan. Hey, Shushan.
No, but no, if you're like a single guy, you know, living in an apartment, it really doesn't cost. You could have ends meet with even $400 a month. You can be okay. Like you can eat and have a thing. You can't have a lot of fun.
Average rent is how much?
In my crappy 1-bedroom apartment, I was paying $100,000 a month, and I was next to the circus.
Yes. Okay. Oh, you live there too? Yeah.
Arshakunya.
Yes, me.
6. Really?
I live Arshakunya 6.
Awesome. Okay. So yeah, so it was 100,000 a month. Although people told me it should have been 80, I guess.
Yes, it should. Yeah.
You pay 80.
Everyone knows now how much I pay.
Sorry. So, but yeah, you can find. Like I didn't even have patience to find a place, and I found an okay place. Lived there for like 5 months.
Okay, how much do you spend for eating outside, let's say?
I cook.
Oh, you cook.
I try to cook as much as I can. Although I go to art lunch, you know, Hovanovo.
Yeah.
So in Mergeland there's a really nice art lunch.
Yeah.
All the other art lunches aren't as nice. And there's this nice lady there that's always with a smile. Yeah. So I always wait for her to serve me.
Oh.
And I get like, they have really nice mushroom thingy there. That's really
rice?
No, it's like a mushroom sauce with a bunch of those big mushrooms. Yeah. And grechka on the side. Oh. Like it's less than 700 dirhams per lunch.
Okay, so daily, how much do you spend? Approximately, like on
average? No more than like 4,000, maybe no more.
Okay, that's $10, right? Yeah. Daily $10.
No, but most of the time I just cook, so I spend nothing.
Yeah.
See, we have to cook. Remember that.
Yeah, cooking's important. Yeah. Cooking's stress relief too. Like cutting that tomato, it's nice. You have it's more satisfactory if it's a very sharp knife, because then it's just like.
Yeah, I agree.
And you can have those exactly good slices. It feels good.
What are your favorite spots in Armenia? Let's say.
Okay. Shout out.
Yeah.
Canvas art lunch. Oh, okay.
So Lori Kartinian says, "Hi, Haik. I want to know your experience working with government or other organizations. If you have partnerships with businesses, government, etc., how do you convince them and work with them?"
I think your project has to be convincing. Like, if it's not interesting to them, they don't care, right? Like, it's got to be interesting.
That makes sense.
And honestly, I might be shooting myself in the foot, but it has to also make them look good, right? So if you can convey how, yes, you're getting something, right? But even though it's not a business transaction, it really is. Even relationships are business, really. Like you're selling an idea to someone. So you got to sell the idea that what you're doing is good for you, good for their constituents, and good for them, good for their image. So like things like ribbon cutting ceremonies are really nice. Things like, you know, saying that this government organization helped you out. Like it's important that people feel a connection, but also that you're thankful, right? Yeah. So it's a matter of like what's in it for. I think everything's that. Like, what's in it for me? Yeah, what's in it for you? What's in it for everybody else?
That makes really good sense because,
You deal with government the same way I find that you would deal with any business. Yeah. It's a matter of like, okay, what is the money used for? So, there's that, in French it's the coût de renonciation. The cost of, you know when you're like, you spend $1 on an apple, but you didn't spend it on a pear? So cost of what you didn't somebody write that. I don't know the English term for that. Coût de renonciation, cost of renouncing something else. So if the government's going to put 100K on your project, that's 100K that it didn't put on another project that may have made it look better, right? Or may have done better stuff. So you got to be connected. You got to like talk to them. You got to convince them that what you're doing is better than what somebody else is doing, and then hopefully you get something. I hope that's a good enough answer.
That's a great answer, actually. Stephen Keshishan, what do you think about restaurants, bars, and all brick and mortar businesses supporting to degradable paper cups, straws, plates, and packaging? How far do you think people are from using them, even though they are slightly more expensive than plastic?
It's a good question. I mean, what do I think about them? I mean, you wouldn't believe me if I said I think it's stupid or bad.
Yeah.
It's really good. But yes, there's the issue of people spending money. So I think rather than having, I'll give the example of straws, because reusable cups and compostable cups, it's all great. Straws, however, it's something like, really, do you really need a straw? Like, can't you just like be a man or a woman and sip your drink, right? So I think there should be more of a switch as to, hey, would you like a straw, or would you like to do some good and not take a straw this time, right? So just suggesting to the non-using of straws is I think more of something. But reusable stuff is great. I mean, edible straws would be awesome, because then you're actually even though it's more expensive, it's something you're consuming, you're not throwing away. So
Are there any startups doing
edible straws? I don't know. I'm not aware. But like any candy with like a hole in it that you can liquid food should be okay.
Oh, that's a great idea though. More questions?
Okay.
Yeah.
Zobak,
do you have any questions?
Wait, I didn't finish my list.
Okay, sorry.
So number 3, everyone knows everyone. So really be careful in your relationships and how you hurt people's feelings.
That's yes.
Yeah.
Because I mean I've probably hurt some feelings. So I'm sorry to everybody whose feelings I've hurt, including today.
Seriously, say sorry.
I'm so sorry. Another thing, I said this before, but sometimes the word business, like business, when you're doing business, it's considered a bad word. Like the other day I was having a conversation with someone. They were trying to explain to us how we should be doing the recycling stuff for free. And I'm like, okay, you know what? So many people have asked this, honestly, that we already have canned responses for all these things. Like, you just copy paste the response. But this guy, like, I really wanted to see, like, to dig deep. And so I'm like, okay, buddy, do you have a business plan? He's like, but don't tell me anything about business, man. I'm gonna be like really angry because like you're trying to do business with garbage. Like, yes, man. How else are we gonna create jobs, buddy? Like, who's gonna do this for free? Like, are you gonna go and pick up trash for free? Yeah.
Actually, I did some couple of times.
But it's limited. It's not. You can't do that forever. No, are you ready to spend the next 5 years volunteering and picking up trash?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Point made.
Can I comment on the business thing? Yeah, because everyone sees, like, I see Apaga as a social project, not only like business project. Okay.
But why is that different? This is social enterprise.
Yeah, it is social enterprise. And when you say, okay, this project has a social component, they say, no, it's a business. So this kind of, people should understand the difference between business, social enterprise, and everything, all this, because I think there is a lack of knowledge on this part, and hopefully people in Armenia, and like maybe they will teach in the schools, universities, because you graduate and you don't really, I'm not speaking about today, but like back in the days when I was graduating, no one was talking about business. No one was talking about social entrepreneurship, social enterprise, and everything. So maybe this will change very soon.
I hope so.
Opinion. Yeah.
It's the same in Canada. It's very tough. Like we were 10 graduating from social enterprise in our thing.
10
people? 2 of us started a company. Like the thing is, like, okay, social enterprise. What is a social enterprise? It's not just a single. You're not just selling plastic. Yeah. You're not just selling a toy. You're not selling like.
You're changing the whole mentality.
You're doing something. Like my social enterprise in Canada is, like I said, it's students for seniors. in Canada, you have students starving, eating noodles at home because it's expensive and school is expensive.
Yeah.
They get minimum wage jobs at $10 an hour going flipping burgers, right?
Yeah.
So I said, okay, so this guy, I was in the university. I had sometimes class at 8:30 a.m. Next class was at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
If I tell you that I was studying the whole time in between, no, I was not, okay? So what could I do? Well, you know what? There's a bunch of old people in retirement homes abandoned by their families, right? Because that's kind of the culture in Canada, unfortunately, where, you know, old folks' homes, you go, you visit once every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And grandma, you know, the 2 hours that you're going to spend with her is not really keen on asking you how to use the computer, right? She wants to ask, when are you getting married, Sonny? Right?
Yeah.
So, or how are you eating? You know, like, there's that too. Grandmas are grandmas. So we made a service where instead of grandma going to a technician, this is the thing, huh? The business, not social enterprise. The business is that there are organizations that charge you $100 an hour so that they come over and they fix computers.
Yeah.
Right? They fix computers and they can also help you use it. It's part of their offer. The equivalent would be a mechanic, car mechanic, charging you $100 an hour to fix your car and also teach you how to drive a car.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes great sense.
It doesn't make sense that the mechanic would be teaching you how to drive a car. Would you ask a mechanic to teach you how to drive a car?
I mean, I asked my dad to teach me.
Your dad.
So you go.
And he is a doctor, so.
No, I'm
See
saying.
the point in Armenia that I'm talking. You know, everyone that knows
Yes,
something.
that's right. Any friend or will want.
I'm talking about Canada. So in Canada, it costs you $75 an hour to get your car fixed. It costs $20 an hour to get driving lessons.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
It costs $100 an hour to get your computer fixed. It costs you $30 to $40 an hour with me to teach you how to use a computer. So these grandmas are spending $100 an hour so that somebody comes and it's a technician, it's a person that fixes computers. He doesn't want to teach you what the left mouse click does from the right mouse click, right? But we have, and now we have students who need money.
Yeah.
They get paid like $18 to $25 an hour, double their minimum salary, to go to this person's home, sit down with them, and patiently teach them how to use their computer. And grandma has an opportunity to spend time with a younger person and has a mahana to do so. Reason.
Excuse.
Mahana.
Excuse mahana.
Yeah, excuse more. So,
Any more questions in there?
we have 16 people watching us.
Okay.
I guess it got boring.
Yeah, too much. You talk too much about business.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bad word.
Okay, tell us some funny things.
Entertainers.
You want a joke?
No, not a joke. About like funny experience that happened to you in Armenia, like first days. Maybe you can go back to 2003.
Funny things that happened to me in Armenia.
Misunderstanding.
These are really sad things that happened to me in Armenia. No, misunderstanding.
Tell us about that.
No, I don't want to tell them. I've actually witnessed 2 murders.
What? Serious?
No, one. Sorry, that's not true. 1 murder and 1 drowning was very sad. Never.
Where?
Yeah, 1 in Sevan drowning, and murder was Sayat Nova Charens in the Talan. It was some guy shot his teacher because he got like a 3 or a 2 on his
Oh
exam.
my god, this is exaggeration. I can't believe it. Are you serious?
Yeah, totally. There's still the bullet hole there.
I mean,
Yeah,
1% can happen, but you know.
This never happens. Like I know this never happens. So statistically, don't worry. You can still come to
people,
Armenia.
don't worry.
That was very sad. And this poor girl drowned in Sevan. This is a big problem actually. Like there's not enough Stabhochfunktion. Like there's not enough.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen very fast. The other day, some guy died. Right? He fell off a thing, and like they were just too late to come and help him
I
out.
have no idea.
Nobody knows like CPR and first aid. Guys, learn first aid, please.
Yeah.
Like you just
that's
pump.
very important.
Just pump. No matter what happens, you pump. Pump, wait for the air.
I had no idea that such
Yeah.
things were happening. Yeah, so we
Just turn
have
everybody off.
13 people watching. Yeah, no, but because people are going, are leaving their jobs, you know,
Okay,
workplace.
Well, we started 15 minutes late.
Yeah. So, Lilith Karapetian says, proud of you, Haik. Alicia Sadurian says, hi. Hi,
Hello.
Alicia.
Hi, Lily. Proud of you too.
Okay, we have.
No, what funny thing that happened to me?
Yeah.
No.
Linda Khalatian says hi.
Hi, Linda. Come on, guys, ask some questions. Tough questions.
Yeah.
Okay, most people I notice work 6 hours a day for 3,000 dirham, or 12 hours a day for 6,000 dirham. Yep. Hey, we have like girls that work in our office. They make more than like a lot of people, just because like this is the thing. If you're starting a business, you gotta pay people. And like it's not like we're paying a lot. No, like one of my employees will be like, "Hey, you don't pay me enough." It's true. I mean, still we're a startup, but come on. But yeah, I know. Like nurses, like what is that? 60,000 a month.
Yeah, 60,000.
It's ridiculous. Guys, tip the nurses, okay? If you go to the hospital, nurse gives you a shot, tip her, give her some cash, because she doesn't make any money, man. She really doesn't make any money. Your doctors too, man. Take care of your doctor. Well, doctors probably make more, but like nurses, you know, the people who clean out the stuff, they don't come over today. Yeah, okay, maybe. Oh, I got a bike today. I bought myself a bike finally. I've been wanting to buy myself a bike.
Oh, have you heard about city ride bike? Bike ride? Or
what?
Bike.
I bought my bike.
Oh, you bought your bike.
I don't share.
Yeah.
My bike, it's my speed bike. I don't like sharing.
Yeah,
Haik doesn't share bicycles. No, no, because I live in Halabian, right? So I live on Margarian Halabian intersection, and I work at Mergelen.
Yeah.
So every time, you know, for like 5 minutes, marshrutka, 100 dirham here, 100 dirham there, and smelling somebody's armpits, you know, it's really not interesting. So
such a nice picture of you. Yeah.
I hope they ban those marshrutka soon.
That's
so I just got a bike. Really good deal. Maher, thank you. He came with me. Got me an amazing deal. See, I'm a good sales guy.
Yeah.
I can't buy for crap. I can't buy. I feel bad. So I just buy whatever they tell me. But I got like a crazy discount because Maher came with me, and I'm very grateful, Maherjan. Maher
So
Sadrian.
Sisak Molerant. Is there life on Mars? Do you know Sisak?
I don't know Sisak.
Okay.
I like that question. Is there life on Mars? I don't know. I like that I'm being considered like Elon Musk right now. It's really cool. Like I really don't know if there's life on Mars. Maybe there was at some point. There's water on Mars. But no. Who is Sisak? Am I supposed to know who he is?
No.
Hey Sisak, we don't know who you are, but we still love you, and we hope you come to Armenia if you're not already here. So Lilith says to come over. I'll come over. I might bike over today. It'll be really cool.
Yeah. Alicia Sadurian says it's like working for an hour for $1.
Yeah. See, like for example.
Yeah, but things are changing right now. Like the new generation who has more competitive education skills, you know, is active and enthusiastic of something. They get.
If you know French, there's a huge lack of outsourcing staff who can speak French.
My French again.
French is like English. You know, you can have a bunch of Indians, you know, do your stuff in English, but. You know, and Armenians too, right?
Yeah.
But in French, you don't. And there's a huge need of small, medium enterprises, Canada, US, who can't afford some, you know, very high-end person in their environment.
Yeah.
You know, you can work for $9, $10, $11 an hour doing remote administrative assistance, social media management. Not even saying marketing, just managing social media, answering questions, things like that.
Yeah.
For like between $7 to $15 an hour easily, no problem.
Oh, okay.
Speak French. You have your French.
You should be a native speaker, though.
You're not speaking. You're writing.
Oh, okay.
You don't even have to speak.
I mean, like
there's Google. There's
some
so
level,
many like.
some level, like
You have to have a level of French, yes. But you can also, you know, what you can do. You can find somebody who can proofread your stuff.
Oh, okay.
You create the content. You send it to somebody who's native proofreads for $2 per page or something. You collect your. It's business. You do business. You create value.
So, Linda Falatian says, do you think an Armenian American who speaks Armenian fluently but lacks reading and writing skills can live and find a normal paying job in Armenia? This is one question. What would you recommend to those who would like to move to Armenia? To be exact, I'm okay at reading, but I suck at grammar and writing.
Yeah, I'm not great at writing and grammar either. Like the Armenian I learned was Western Armenian. It's freaking different, man. The words, you don't write them the same at all. somebody who can't read but can speak fluently Armenian, can they find work here? I think they can. I think you can find work.
We have a lot of repatriates who don't read,
Yeah.
don't speak, they don't even speak, but they find jobs.
I mean, learning
you can
Armenian is
English.
important, but yeah, you can find jobs like.
It's based on what your background is.
If you know at least one language that you can read and write, you can work in that language from here. This is really high-speed internet, man.
Yeah.
There's really no problem with that.
Victoria.
That's my mom.
Oh, Victoria is your mom?
Yeah.
Hi.
She just came actually. She's gonna live in Shushi. She's moving there.
Oh,
She has like an apartment there, so she's gonna live in Shushi and retire there basically.
Wow, that's awesome. We need
Hi, Mom.
Hello, Victoria. So, Adele, find Alpaca community on Facebook. You will be able to read about them, she says. Alice.
Adele, who's Adele? Okay,
I have no idea. Replying to Adele, maybe we missed her.
Did we?
Adele. Okay, we can't see you, Adele. If we missed your comment, please comment again.
Maybe she replied to somebody. Okay.
Yeah. So, Alicia replies, yes, I lost hope working in Armenia. I am graphic designer and working online.
There you go. Hey man, sitting in a computer, working, like honestly, like Fiverr, what is that?
Upwork.
Upwork, thank you.
Yeah.
Like there's a bunch of platforms. You can even just, if you want to find jobs, for example, in Canada, go to Indeed.ca, post there that you can work for really cheap. Find postings find listings of people who do what you do that are charging like $50 an hour, say 20.
So Linda Haleta says, by the way, I'm from New York and our minimum wage here is $15. So $30 to $35 an hour is considered normal average pay here.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
It exists. Minimum wage in Ottawa, I think it's still $11.25 or something, and minimum wage in Quebec, I believe it's still like $11 or something. I mean, I haven't been there in a year, so I don't know. Maybe they increased it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Victoria Chitoni says
Hello.
Hello.
No, but that's, I mean, look, work, this is the thing. Work, business, whatever you want to do, you have to be creating value. If you want a 500,000 dirham salary a month, you have to create more value than that for the organization you're working for. So if this is the thing that I find here. There's this negative spiral of they don't pay me enough, so I'm not gonna do enough work. Because they don't pay me enough, so I'm not gonna do enough work. Because they don't pay me enough, and it just keeps going like that. You know, take a month and do double the work of what they're paying you for. Create value. Bring the company $1 million dirham. Even though you're getting paid 100,000, then go to your boss and say, hey buddy, you know, that guy is making you what, 200K? Okay, that guy is making you 300K? Yeah, I'm making you $1 million. That's 3 times more than them. How about you pay me 300K instead of 100K? The guy would be an idiot to say no, right? You have to create value. If you don't create value, why would anybody pay you?
Exactly.
For your pretty eyes? No.
Victoria,
$12 in my, okay, so they increased it by 50 cents. Very nice.
Okay, I guess we're
done?
Yeah. 59 minutes, 7 seconds. We're online.
Okay.
Live answering questions and talking and sharing Haik's repatriation story and of
Hope
course
I didn't trigger anybody.
And of course his integration process in Armenia. Once again, Haik, I think we're done.
Okay.
So, yeah, thank you so much for your time, for your great tips, because I think we talked really very practical today.
Nice.
You shared with us a lot of tips, tricks, also great ideas, and also talked about Alpaca, about your new smart containers. Yes. I'm really looking forward to have some right here.
They're going to be mostly in front of supermarkets, hopefully. And some premium spots so that people can see them. Because actually, this type of thing doesn't exist. So Armenia is going to be the first country in the world where you have a circular economy integrated smart IoT container.
Wow. You missed that information
So he's in it now.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
If people watch until the end.
Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Yeah, we'll see you very soon. Once again, this was Repat Armenia, and Zovak, our integration manager, Haik, a Repat from Canada, and me, Rima, the programs manager. I would like to invite you all, repatriates, diasporans who want to engage with Armenia, to visit our website repatarmenia.org. You can find a lot of information there regarding the inspiration, content, or practical information, blogs from repatriates, and also our community. You can meet our community there and learn about events and a lot more. Also, as I mentioned earlier, we're partnering with Ameria Bank to provide Repat Armenia community special conditions. Also,
actually, I went with Ameria because they're the only bank that I can pull out money from Canada from.
Yes, there you
from
go.
the ATM.
Yeah.
So that's a really neat thing, and they're really nice. You know, you call them and they help you out. So
yeah,
I don't know any other banks. So.
Yeah, so let us know if you are interested. Email us, write us on social media pages, and yeah, just visit our office. We're at Medic Adamian 2.2.
Drop is Russian.
Yeah, /2. And AGB building, Impact Hub Yerevan. See you guys very soon. It's summer, so a lot of diaspora Armenians visiting Armenia.
Come get some tattoos at Northern
Everyone is promoting. Okay. Yeah. See you soon. Bye bye.
Bye. How do you have to stop it actually?